Hi, Facebook. Um, if I get a little radical, you might want to turn me off. I might want to turn me off. I'm going to be discussing the mandate that they signed into law in the state of Oklahoma, um, forcing people to have this vaccine injection. In 1976, some of you know this story. I was 17 years old. I worked on a ranch around animals. I got the swine flu shot. I ended up uh, so sick. I lost 30 pounds within 2 weeks. I was on my deathbed. And then the CDC will not let me have a vaccination. So they said. So I was wondering last night when I saw this video about Oklahoma that they're going to have buses and even bracelets that if you didn't take the vaccine, you have a metal bracelet on your wrist for the rest of your life. And I'm allergic to metal unless it's sterling silver or platinum. I can't have it on my skin. It will kill me. I'll probably have a heart attack, you know? So, I mean, yeah, I have some concerns about this, you know, and then what? Like they can just come and grab me out of my house. They have buses for people. Um, the one governor, I don't recall his name right now, was calling for people to be put on buses and shipped to a cell in Fort Ripley if they didn't comply. You know, so I've spent 30 years planting trees, literally, and plants and reviving a piece of land that I could lose because the government said so? Nah. Like I told Doug, if you like me at all, enjoy your time with me right now because if something like that happens, they're going to have to kill me. So I mean this. So, um, I guess the future will be the future. But then he was telling me the other day too about we all probably some of you have seen the guillotines that they have that they are shipping up now from Mexico. I wonder whose heads they're going to chop off, you know? So, yeah. One world government, one world religion. If you don't take the mark of the beast, which will be your digital identification for money and that type of thing, then, well, some people are literally outright threatening other people, you know. But at this point, the way the law is written, and even our local DNR can come in and confiscate our land and our water and our food or anything. The military can. Isn't that nice? You know, a lot of people think, well, there's not a lot going on right now. We're just quarantined, you know, and like I tell people anyway, I don't go anywhere, you know. You can't get me off my land, you know. I quarantined myself from people a long time ago. And this is a true story. I was working in a hospital combination retirement home in Phoenix, and this one woman had a older woman, elderly, had a vaginal leakage, and they couldn't identify it. And going home to my children after that really grossed me out. I just couldn't get clean enough. Um, I quit nursing then. And when I came back to Minnesota, I mean, I had odd jobs in between there. Was in Wyoming for a while, but when I finally got back to Minnesota and I got a job in a school system doing janitorial work and then into the kitchen and then into Sheriff's Boys Ranch that had girls during the day too, helping the teacher as a paraprofessional. So I worked there for almost 6 years. So I don't know. You can't convince me that nothing weird is going on because I saw their game plan a long time ago, and now it's happening. This isn't a practice, and this virus is not as bad as what they're saying. I mean, the facts are out there. If the average regular flu kills more people than this one, then they say this one's more deadly or more contagious. How could that even be true? If the if the facts are that the average flu kills more people, then obviously what was going around is more contagious than what they say this one is. I got a joke. Some of you, if you have Italian descent, and I have some French in me, it's kind of close. But if you might not like it. But here goes my joke. With all the Roman baths and all the people they say are dying over there, didn't they have any soap in those baths? Because soap kills the bacteria. Then I heard another joke, and not everybody that lives in Rome is Italian either. So, but I have another joke, or not so much of a joke, but when I was 5 years old, the kindergarten teacher was being really cruel to the neighbor boy, and I said something to her because she had spanked him, and she took me into the bathroom and put soap in my mouth for talking back to her. Maybe that killed. Well, should have put some up in. Yeah, she should have had some for that bug. You know, yeah, that's the way to say it. So anyway, that's what's on my mind today. To literally force people to take a vaccine, how many people are going to die from it? They should have the decision. It is our bodies. They say, well, it's a woman's body if she wants to murder her baby. Well, isn't it our body if we don't want bug or cocker spaniel DNA inside us from these proteins that are in this vaccine? I think I would like to decide, you know, because like I say, um, that happened to me a long time ago, and I still don't feel well. Ever since that happened, um, I had bad fevers and all kinds of things. And I was basically, well, I'm still very strong. If I wasn't, I probably would have died. That's probably what they were trying to do, too, because I was just getting out in the world and had all this information inside my head about the Illuminati and what they were going to do, and my decoding work that I did do. And they knew this, you know? So who's to say? I mean, of course they're trying to hide. Oh, and I wouldn't have watched it normally, but a call from for a uprising had on Madonna was on there, and she was in her bathtub with rose petals all around her, and Lionel Nation watched it, and he said he liked it, and I said maybe she wants to have sex with some more animals like the book she did, like back in, I think it was the 80s or 90s, bestiality book, I told him next time you make a video, maybe you should do it in the bathtub with a bunch of cacti around you, you know. So, anyway, so you can basically hear what I was saying to him. But she that was really rude. What a bad example for younger people, and how horrible for older ones to have to look at and listen to her crap, saying now we're all equal, like it's the great equalizer. Oh, now here's something she said. I was going to copy it and put it out there, but I don't want to get any strikes, so you can go look it up. Because the call from for uprising has put that on his video 2 or 3 times now. Yeah, it upset him too, but something he missed, and I don't know if he heard this. Her exact words are, "We're all in the same boat." if we go down, we're going down together. Well, she's talking about her other filthy compatriots, quite frankly. And I'm sure she won't watch this, although we're relatively the same age. She's a little bit younger than me, but if she goes down, hose, bag, if you go down, you're going down in your own flipping ship. Don't include people that have had God in their heart all along in your dirt bag. You know, that's the way I feel about that. So, filthy old whore getting in a bathtub. Can you imagine turning me on and seeing me in a flipping bathtub? You know, really? You know, so that's pretty sick. I wouldn't even let people I know, whether I was young or old or what I look like, see me in my bathtub. That's one rude piece of flesh walking around, you know. Like I said, what a horrible example for younger people. And that I also wrote on Lionel's um, video. You know, he can go ahead and like her all he wants. You know, she's a washed up old turd, you know. And I used to like some of her music until she came out with that bestiality book. And like, that's not against the law, you know. I don't know if some of you remember that, but that's one retarded thing right there, you know. So, mm, I saw, I didn't read the article or anything, but there was a guy arrested for having sex with a calf twice and then beating it to death. That's entirely gross. People are so sick. Thing is, innocent people don't want to believe that that type of thing's going on. I put on my Facebook page. His name's Credo Matau, I think is how you say his name. He is a medicine man, so to speak, or like a shaman from over in Africa, and he talks about eating human flesh, and it's not like he did up until the day he died or anything, but he's telling you of the elite practices and what they call the Anunnakis or the lizards or reptilian bloodline or what happened and who evolved in these so-called elites that started breeding their bloodlines into lighter skins and blue eyes. No offense, I love blue eyes, but wouldn't want them. I like mine, but you know, I like. I think most people have beautiful eyes. I really do. So I think some of the most stunning though are like really green eyes. I think those are very cool. And I have a niece that has like gold eyes. That's really cool too. Or how about Linda Carter? Do you remember Wonder Woman? Or no, it wasn't her. She had blue eyes, but Elizabeth Taylor had like lavender, violet colored purple eyes. That's really cool. I wouldn't mind purple eyes, you know. Nah, I still like mine. Up close if I don't know if you can see, but I have a blue ring. It's a dark blue ring around my brown eyes. And that's the color of my dad's eyes. So I have my dad's blue around the ring of my mom's brown, which is a little different. But and gold specks inside. So yeah. Everybody's different, but eyes are remarkable, aren't they? So I had also had a I was working a drill press in a metal fabrication place, and I had a piece of metal go into my eye. Oh, that was horrible. I couldn't get into the. They had a well, a machine that would take it out, this eye doctor, through our family doctor. And I drove myself up to the place, and I had a yellow lab at the time, and she was sitting next to me in the truck, and my eyes were watering so bad because it was the next day. I couldn't get an appointment till the next day, and my dog would kind of jump on the seat like that, if I was going towards the ditch. I drove the dirt roads all the way there, just about. And she was a really, really good, smart dog. Somebody stole her from me. She was a yellow lab, real beautiful. Spotty. So she had a spot on her pink nose. And I finally did find where they took her and could have actually pressed charges on the people, but decided to leave her with the family where she was. And because we were going to adopt a dog for Doug. And so that's a long story too. But yeah, very long story. But anyway, so I got to the doctor's that day, and the guy canceled his appointments and didn't show up. So the metal stayed in there for a while till I was in, oh, what do you call that? Oh, geez. It's like a CAT scan, only it's the magnetic one. I can't think of it right this second. But I had all these tests going on in my life for a long time, many years, and I was in there. No, not CAT scan. I just said that. But anyway, the metal literally came out, and they had done X-rays on me to make sure there was no metal in my body that would affect that. And it literally came out while I was in there. Talk about freaking out because you're in like this tunnel thing, and they got you like basically strapped down in there, and God, I wish I could remember the name of it. Oh well. Mm. And I'm allergic to fish, and I didn't know I was, and they have to give you that shellfish dye stuff to go in there and all that, and that was weird. I almost quit breathing in there. It's like, holy smokes, that was scary. So, a little nerve wracking. But anyway, yeah. But I really do feel sorry for the people of Oklahoma. Can you imagine being told? I can't. I've never been good with anybody telling me what to do anyway. I mean, I was a pretty good little kid and would do what my parents told me up until a certain point. There was times when I got older that they couldn't persuade me to do things they wanted me to do because I knew better. I knew better than them at that point, and I would not do it. So I'll give you for instance, like there was these really cute peasant blouses. They're like gypsy blouses with the puffy sleeves, and they're like that. Well, my mom would wear them down like that, but I wore mine up. And she tried to convince me to wear it the other way. I would not do it. And then they came out with halter tops where you go braless. And I had certain ones that weren't as horrible as what everybody else was wearing, that type of thing. I've never went around with the crowd like that. I mean, I was more in I'm kind of like a bare midriff girl. I would wear tops. I'd show my tummy, but I didn't let everything all hang out. I'd wear like jeans and something cute like a short top. I thought it was more tasteful. That was just and I still do. I think a girl, when they got something on jeans and a cute top like that, and you just show a tiny bit of skin or something, I think that's just cool, you know, tasteful, ladylike. So just that's just me, you know. And I really am, and some of you know this, older women that dress all low cut crap, and that is disgusting to me. even the younger ones, but especially the older ones. Mm, excuse me. Um, yeah, guess what? I'm touching my face. I live 10 miles out of town, and if somebody comes to my door, I'm not giving them something. They're bringing something to me. You know, that goes for this government. If they step foot on my property, they're endangering my life, not the other way around, you know? And that's the way I feel about that, too. Anyway, so yeah, what a bunch of baloney. I really still know better. I mean, the facts, the statistics. More people die from the regular flu, so what type of crap are they pushing on the world? And why? Because they're going into digital money and they are going to use that for an excuse. This has been coming for a very long time. And a lot of people have been saying it. We've been trying to tell you, and people aren't listening, that it is going to lead to the mark of the beast implant. Well, now it'll be easier. You just get this on your hand, or this is the only way we can do it, or it is just in the shot. But when they're giving you programmable nanobots in a shot where they can try and control your mindset, and this isn't anything new. If you just search your souls, this garbage has been in us as diseases as long as time has been in existence. Otherwise, we would be living for 500 years or six, like Moses or Noah or those types, you know. So, um, who's the mad scientist? Yeah, the mad scientist is the one that wanted all human beings dead, you know. And why somebody would take the pleasures of today to forfeit life of comfort in the future with their soul, they have to be pretty sick to believe that there's anything they could receive today. Not even your life. Your soul is more important, you know. Sure, if it comes right down to it, for a second I'm going to be scared. And Doug says, well, what if they torture you for a long time? I said, well, then if they get my way, I'm going to hurt them if I can, you know. So they might as well just try and kill me because I'm not going to sit there and let somebody try and torture me or put their hands on me or whatever, you know. No way. I don't know how anybody else feels about that. But what if you were confronted right now today and they said, you either get this shot or you're going to prison? What are you going to do? I know what I'm going to do. First, I'll try and run. If they shoot me, they better try and kill me because the next person I get is going to get hurt. I don't care how they try and tie me up or what they do. Like I said, they better kill me right off the bat or somebody's going to be hurting for certain. I'm not tolerating it. I don't have to. I don't I don't hurt horses. I never have. In fact, I wouldn't even work at a place one time. This guy would bought and sold a lot of horses and wanted people to work with them. And I'm really good at that. And I wouldn't work there. As a matter of fact, I almost got into a physical altercation with this guy because he whipped horses with a loop of barbed wire. And I'm like, you want me to take one of them and I'll fuck you up? I told him, and he's like, get off my property. I said, I'm going to call the cops. I said, you need to be taken out. You know, I was really pissed. I was. Took me a while, years, to calm down from that, seeing scars on horses. And that's before people were really up in arms about any kind of animal abuse or anything. Most people at that time didn't care, you know. So, but I thought it would have been a good job. It was close to where I kind of grew up around some friends when I was a teenager and moved out into the country from the suburbs of the cities. We moved further out, and so it was kind of close to people where I knew them and that type of thing, and I would have liked that part of it. But yeah, well, I just wanted to get on here and kind of let you know how I felt about this forcing people to have vaccines and my concerns, and they are in my prayers and worries of who's going to get sick and die because they do this to them, or what's going to happen if they don't let the people do it to them, or having a metal bracelet on you for the rest of your life. Can you imagine being older and having arthritis, which I do too, and having to have a cold metal bracelet on you for the rest of your life? Even if you don't have arthritis, even if you're not allergic to metal. What they're doing is inhuman, you know. So if anybody's really still supporting your governments, I really got to say, are you out of your minds? The only person that can help us is God right now. That's the only thing we have to turn to each other and people, that have God in their hearts. That's the only people. And for somebody like, wow, Lionel, Michael, if I know you've watched me, dude, for you to sit right next to your beautiful wife and say that you thought Madonna had a good message for everybody, as many as the intelligent words that come out of your mouth, the admiration I had for you, dude, you are whacked. Totally whacked. You're a freaking whack job, dude. What a shame to pass on that shit like it's something to look up to for people in the world. Unbelievable. Yeah, the caliber. So, anyway, I'll leave it at that note. Not sure how I'll title this today, but I don't know. If you think it's important that people realize what's going on in one state and other places in the world, that they're being forced to do this, or do you realize that in Palestine that people are being shot that have the virus and just dumped on the outskirts of town with no funeral or anything, or their families can't even, because they take them beyond the wall. There's a sea on one side and a wall on another before you get into Israel. Do you know these things are going on in the world? And do you think it's important to let everybody else know that we're truly in danger? Do you know that? Yeah, because we are, you know. I mean, my faith in God is never going to go away, no matter what they've done or what they try to do, because it's nothing new to me. They always try something and always do something. I kind of had about a month hiatus, but when people use alcohol, their compassion level wanes. It definitely goes away. It really does. So, um, that's what's going on in my life. So, okay, everybody, I love you very much. Thank you for joining me. I guess I didn't get as heated as I thought I would because I'm literally seething inside. I'm serious. If I saw somebody dragged onto a bus, how could I help myself? So I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to act or what's going to go on, but time will tell. Well, I wish everybody luck. So I have faith things are going to turn out. I don't think they're going to get their way quite like they think they want to, but we'll see. Okay, everybody. Peace and love. Thank you for joining me. Have a really good night or day wherever you're at. I plan to. I'm going to chill now. Later.